So every once in a while, I'll record an episode of this vlog that seems to get people a little worked up. And that's never my intention. My intention is to try to start a conversation. Fair warning to all of you, it's probably gonna fire some people up. Hopefully in a positive way, because I hope that this is reaching the right people. Or maybe the people who need, let's just get to the episode. All right, so I put up that hashtag take down the countdown. There's spots all over my lens here. Hold up. All right, with that being said, I don't want this to be like a picking on someone or you feel like you're being picked on, because that's not what it's supposed to be. I want this to be a motivator. Maybe a motivator to some of you that don't even need it, but to some of you who might. I'm not trying to say that I'm doing things better than you. I don't claim to be the best teacher in the world. I don't claim to have all the right ideas. But I do think of myself as a pretty positive person in this classroom. What I want to focus on today is the way you act once you walk through that door or your door in the classroom every single day. And I want to start with something that Kim Bearden said when we were at the Ron Clark Academy. And I loved this thought process, and it made me really think hard about it, and I hope you do too. And it's, if you were a student, you walked down a hallway and you looked inside a classroom, in your classroom, would it be a classroom you'd want to go into? And for me, I think, yeah, like I'd love to be in this room, and I hear that from people all the time. I'd love to be a student in my classroom. I think there's some people out there that might really think hard about that and what's going on. And I'm not trying to pick on anybody or point out anybody specific, but I know I've been by classrooms and I've been in classrooms that would make me think twice about whether or not I want to be a student in there. The minute that you step foot inside this room and the minute the kids come through that door, you need to have a smile on your face. You need to be excited and welcoming and wanting them to be there and making them feel welcome in a way that they want to come back. And if you don't feel that way every single morning when your students walk in your room, then I beg you to ask yourself why you're doing this. And that may seem harsh. I don't mean to that sound harsh, but I have bad mornings. We all do, whether it's family or the weight of the job or stress or stories that nobody else knows about because people have them. But I don't care what's going on in my morning. The minute my kids walk through that door, I put a smile on my face, I put on some music, we dance, and we make this day fun. Because my kids need that. So what I really want to do when I say think about why you're here, I really want you to, like as an educator, really do. Like think about why you're in this position if you don't want to be. And I hate to say it, but I see people like that all the time. I see people post on social media and why? Like this is what we do, and it's this life that we live, and I'm super passionate about it. I hope you are too. I love summer too because I get to spend time with my family. But I'm not gonna show my love for the end of the school year in front of my students. That's not what this is about while they're here. We can talk about summer, we can enjoy what we're going to do this summer, but when you're focusing on counting down and celebrating school being over, think about the message that sends to students who this may be the only place where they get hugs, or this may be their happy place. Think about that really hard. And that's why I started that hashtag, take down the countdown. I'm challenging all of you. This is a challenge and I want to see it go. I want to see this challenge blow up around wherever it can, so share. Challenge all of you to take down the countdown. Whether or not you've already started one, I know we're down to like 30 days. I don't even know because I'm not counting down. It's somewhere around there. It might be under 30, I don't know. Take down the countdown. Don't have a countdown hanging in your room or on your board or on whatever it is that you're doing. And spend these last 30 days or whatever it is focusing on the good and the excitement of school and excited about the days you still have together. Like you don't have that much time with these kids. Focus on every day that you have left with these kids, not worrying about how many that is, but more so the quality of the day. And it goes back to that whole saying, quality should trump quantity. And I think that goes so in this case too. Don't focus on the quantity of the days left, focus on the quality of the days left. So if you're one of those teachers who is constantly complaining about Monday or complaining that something's rough in the classroom, and again, don't lie to yourself. I don't know how to say this without sounding harsh, but don't lie to yourself. I see it on social media. I see it in my building. People who constantly complain about, first of all, what others are doing, which shouldn't matter to you. This space here is what should matter to you. And second of all, complaining about the day they're having with their kids. And again, I do that. We all do. I'm talking about in front of the students. I see people complain in front of their students. I see people post things on social media. Parents are reading that stuff. Like, you may not think they are, but they are. But the stuff in front of the students and the negativity needs to stop in the school. And I learned that lesson last year. Last year was a very negative year for me. Not around my kids, but personally and socially here in this building. I'm not going to get into details, but it was. I chose to make them better for me. I chose to talk to people rather than getting upset and letting that weigh me down. I chose to look at the positive side of things rather than finding what could go wrong first. And it's made me a lot better person, and I feel like it's made me a lot better teacher. Cut the negativity. Cut out the, I don't want to be here and frowning in front of your kids and complaining about your day in front of your kids, and pump these kids up. Guys, you got 30 days left. Let's say that let's just average that number. 30 days left to make an impact on these students. 30 days left to change the lives of kids. 30 days left to make these kids not want to leave, but rather love school so much that they're trying to get in. I saw this quote sometime that said we should be creating schools where people are trying to get in rather than counting the days to get out. Something along those lines. I'll put it right here. I love that quote. I love it because that's what we should be doing. There were some comments on a video I posted recently where people said, man, I'd love to be in your classroom. I'd love to be a student in your classroom. I bet your kids have fun. I bet they love learning. And they do. And I thank you all that say you'd love to be in here, but make your classroom one of those places. I teach kindergarten, but the excuse that they love it because they're 5 and 6 year old, I don't buy that. Like, I just visited RCA. They love that place, and they're 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. I've been to my sister's school where it's through 5th grade, and they love going there. Like, it's not about being a kindergarten teacher or this or that or whatever you do. It's about you. It's about these 4 walls, and it's about the whatever number of students you have in your classroom. So I don't care what grade you teach. I don't care what subjects you teach. I don't care what age you teach. I don't care what abilities you teach. You have the ability. You have this opportunity to change the lives for kids, guys. Change the lives of these kids by being positive, by being here, by smiling, by having fun, by making these last few days, few weeks, whatever it is, the best of your school year. And that's my goal. I'm gonna make these last 30 days better than any other day of this year. So there's your challenge. Take down the countdown. Forget about counting down days. Forget about the negativity. Forget about what's going on outside these 4 walls while you're here. Shut your door and teach, and focus on the positivity. And I promise you, if you do that, you're gonna be pumped, your kids are gonna be pumped, and you're gonna have the best year ever. So there's your challenge. Share it, spread it, tag it, whatever you wanna do. Take down the countdown, make these the best days ever. Let's see what happens.